Let's talk about the different types of pressing tools. They can be used to press both Type M and Type V fittings, both in carbon steel and stainless steel. What changes are the pressing terminals? There are jaw clamps and chains made exclusively for the M profile and others exclusively for the V profile. The most widely used family of pressing equipment on the market generates a force of up to 40 kilonewtons. They can press fittings with diameters from 12 millimeters up to 54 millimeters. Some of these models can press up to a diameter of 108 millimeters. When we talk about 40 kilonewtons of force, we mean the energy the machine can deliver, which is used to press the fitting. Inside the pressing equipment is an electro-hydraulic piston that crosses the rollers. It drives the levers on the jaw clamps and the adapters for the chains. The 40 kilonewton class of pressing equipment is the most commonly found on the market. When talking about pressing equipment without specifying anything else, it is assumed that we are talking about these models. Euro2B continuously tests pressing equipment from NovaPress, Klauck Reams. There are other reliable manufacturers such as Rigid, Rodenberger, Vedec. Since it's not possible to ensure compatibility with all equipment present on the market out of hand, we invite users to contact the Euro2B technical office. This type of pressing equipment has been manufactured for 35 to 40 years. They are the most common and the most widely sold. To facilitate transport and use, mini pressing equipment was created with a maximum force of up to 17 kilonewtons. Many installers do not use fittings with a diameter greater than 35 millimeters on a daily basis. For this reason, they may prefer the mini pressing equipment. They can press fittings with a diameter of 12 millimeters up to 28 millimeters for stainless steel and 35 for carbon steel. Usually, with mini pressing equipment, I will try to limit myself to a diameter of 28 because pressing many diameters from 28 to 35 with these machines means putting the pressing equipment under a lot of stress. This pressing equipment is lighter and more convenient. It also costs less than larger pressing equipment. The jaw clamps on the mini pressing equipment are not compatible with jaw clamps for 40 kilonewton pressing equipment, even if they are from the same manufacturer. So, for example, the jaw clamps for a mini pressing tool from NovaPress cannot be used on a NovaPress tool in the range of up to 40 kilonewtons. To press fittings with larger diameters, that is those from 76 and 188 and 9 and 108 millimeters, we use machines with more power. This energy can come directly from the engine or from the greater length of the adapter levers. Basically, the longer the adapter levers, the more the forces are multiplied. Naturally, to press large diameter fittings, I need more powerful pressing equipment, like these. Here we have a NovaPress, a Klauck, and another NovaPress. With the machines that use the system with longer adapter levers, which thus multiply the forces, I can also use jaw clamps dedicated to the pressing equipment up to 40 kilonewtons. They just need to be from the same brand. This 40 kilonewton jaw clamp, for example, can also be used on this pressing equipment of over 40 kilonewtons, which uses the longer lever system. This is a special feature of this type of pressing equipment, and therefore a compromise, because this type of large pressing equipment works slower with jaw clamps up to 40 kilonewtons. 40 kilonewtons pressing equipment with their own 40 jaw clamps can work much faster. Pressing equipment for large diameters can use jaw clamps for smaller diameters, but that is only useful if there are only a few pressings. Clearly, I am going to buy specific pressing equipment for big size diameters only if I have many fittings to press in this diameter. Let's review. We have three large categories of pressing equipment: mini, up to 28 millimeters with a maximum of 35 up to 17 kilonewtons. Standard pressing equipment with a diameter of 12 up to 54 millimeters with a force up to 40 kilonewtons. And big size pressing equipment from 76 and 1 up to 108 millimeters. Periodic and extraordinary maintenance of pressing equipment. For all these types of pressing equipment, the following rules apply: cleaning, lubrication, and periodic maintenance, regardless of the manufacturer and the type of pressing equipment. These are precision electro-hydraulic tools, and as such, must be periodically inspected during their normal use, and, at regular intervals, they must be inspected at an authorized service center. Pressing equipment must constantly ensure the same force. If performance is reduced, the pressings will no longer be state-of-the-art. The contrary is also true. If the pressing equipment develops too much force, the fitting will be overly pressed. The user lubricates the pressing equipment on the pressing equipment connection pin, on the thrust rollers, where also, we must periodically check that there is no dirt from the construction site and any foreign bodies. These are the measures to be taken by the user. During inspection at the service centers, the pressing equipment is opened, the sealing gasket changed, and the hydraulic fluid replaced. The moving parts are lubricated and greased, ensuring once again the perfect operation of the pressing equipment. Thanks.